And also back, months of construction for the second Las Vegas Grand Prix starts this week.
8 News Now reporter Ryan Matthew joins us live from the Strip with efforts to minimize disruptions that some people around it say they've got to see to believe. Ryan.
Yeah, well, Kirsten, Brian, that work began just here on Harmon last night. This is the true first section of the circuit that crews are tackling, but we're not going to see those crews until later in the night. But we know they were here. They left behind some of the first temporary structures of the circuit. These are the giant light poles for the giant lights they're soon to bring in. Expect much more work like this in the coming months. F1 says most people won't even know they're working nearby, but business and strip workers fear otherwise. Your immediate reaction to that? McKenna Kilgore and her fiance are preparing for impact. Impact to their daily commutes to their retail jobs on Strip. She's off work each night when this work revs up.
My fiance and I are sharing one car right now, and so it'll be a little bit tough if the traffic gets bottlenecked in this area.
Installing the near 4-mile circuit with lights, barriers, and bridges will reportedly take a third of the time it did in the first year.
You may not even see some of those impacts.
Lori Nelson-Kraft with the Las Vegas Grand Prix says that's through efforts to compensate for last year's disruptions, made worse by months of underground utility and repaving work that's not required this year. Most temporary structure installation begins and ends when the sun sets and rises.
But overall, you are seeing a condensed setup and dismantling schedule. You are seeing the majority of the work taking place in the overnight hours, and then any lane reductions overnight, reopen in the morning. We took a lot of the feedback, we listened.
When they block everything, nobody's know where we need to enter.
But businesses like Las Vegas Souvenirs and Gifts claim severe revenue loss last year and blame construction and temporary structures that cut off access to their stores. Jimmy Singh says he welcomes an altered schedule, but is keeping inventory low in case customer flow this year looks like the last.
Doesn't matter like 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. Still is like, I'm losing my business.
And I hope it's better than last year. I just hope that they have a couple more ideas up their sleeve. Now, after the first race, Clark County created an after-event report that highlighted several internal operational struggles like missing deadlines or starting construction without getting the necessary permit they might have just missed the deadline for. So far, Clark County indicates that has not been their experience thus far. F1 says both physically and operationally, they're on track.